أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I want to share with you a beautiful verse from the Holy Quran. O ye who believe, fasting is prescribed for you, as it was prescribed for those before you, so that you may become righteous. This is from chapter 2, verse 184 from the Holy Quran. To everyone that is here, I want to say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May peace and blessings of God be upon you all. My name is Faiq. It's like Mike, but with an F, or Faiq with an M. Some people at my work kind of mess with me on that one. Now you're not going to forget it. I want to share a story with you about the meaning and importance of Ramadan for me. And I hope to share with you why I get so excited about fasting for several hours a day. Last year, I graduated from college. I had no job, I had a lot of debt, and was recovering from 2 herniated discs in my lower spine. I lost reflexes in my right foot, couldn't play sports anymore, and really had nothing to look forward to. I was 25, I guess going on 73, or at least I felt like it. I would say sorry to our elders here, but they don't look a day past 27. A couple of weeks after I graduated was the start of Ramadan. So during this month, I was always told that you should pray more, you should read more Quran, and that God will reward you for it. So that's exactly what I did. I prayed every single day. I would wake up at 4 a.m. because you have to eat and pray before the sun rises. So I'd go to the kitchen, I'd make my eggs, my yogurt. I'm learning a little bit about the California way. You got to put like all these seeds in it now and all that kind of stuff. I'm getting there. And then I didn't have a car, so I'd walk to the mosque before everybody got there. It was about 1.5 miles away. And I would go there so I could do some additional prayers before everybody arrived. And while observing my fast, I was also observing opportunities I dreamt of get further and further and further away from me. As soon as I'd come back from morning prayers, I would start calling investment banks in London because they were open at 6 a.m. my time. And then I'd call New York, and I'd call Los Angeles, and I would just call as many people as I could. I would just cold calling after cold call after cold call with no avail. I was hungry. I had no food all day. But in between calls, I focused on my faith. And I fed my spirit by reading the Holy Quran. It was 90 degrees almost every single day in Virginia, DC. And my fasts weren't easy. They were definitely difficult. But I was told to stay steadfast, to focus on praying, and reading the Holy Quran, and that those things would help. I had never prayed this much in my entire life. I didn't ask for an Xbox, I didn't ask for an Apple Watch, or a Tesla, one day. All I asked for, I just prayed for guidance. I did this every single day for 30 days. Woke up early, went to sleep late, went to homeless shelters to help provide some support. Now comes the last day of Ramadan. I just got home from Friday prayers and I felt really accomplished. I felt like this was a very difficult test. The first time I really focused on praying. I really focused on my fasts. And I learned a lot about myself through this process. As I was sitting in my room, I received a phone call. It was from a recruiter in Mountain View, California, calling from Google. He said to me, Faiq, the team loves you, and we are extremely excited to offer you a job here at Google. Can you come here on Monday morning for your first day? I had no idea where I was going to be living. I had no idea what I was going to be doing. But what I did know was that this had to be a sign from God. A reward for being steadfast. You know, at times I would feel like I was just going through the motions. But that the motions, I realized, is just as much devotion. Because you lay the foundation for yourself. You always find that there is a lot of personal self-reflection through the process. The answers aren't always clear. But that's what you must understand, is that they do appear later on. That's the part for me, even as I struggled to find the next chapter of my life professionally, I knew that I was writing the next chapter of my relationship with God. So, I arrive here in California, 2 suitcases, I just find some hotel. Of course I had to download an app to find that hotel, because this is Silicon Valley. So, that's where I stayed. And it was my first day at work, and I was the most overdressed guy there. Everybody was like in sandals and stuff, but something amazing happened. I told myself, you know what, this is a moment where I really need God's support. And so I continued to pray. I didn't stop. You know, I have the offer, but I didn't stop praying. I wanted to continue this relationship with God. And something amazing happened. All of a sudden, someone messages me and says, hey, I heard that you need a place to stay. We're going on vacation. We live 5 minutes from the main campus here at Google. You have our house for 2 weeks. There's just 2 things I need to know from you. 1, you can take the trash out on Tuesdays. 2, what temperature do you want the pool to be? Because it's usually at 75 degrees. That doesn't make... I was like, what? It didn't make any sense. Where am I, really? And then, so that was just amazing. For 2 weeks, I literally stayed for free in a house, and I didn't even know this person for a second. And then when I finally moved in with my relatives, somehow another Googler came to me and said, hey, by the way, we're moving out. We have this Tempur-Pedic mattress, and it's, you know, like apparently the perfect firmness for my lower back problems. And they said, you know what, where's your address? Will you haul it to your house? I mean, it just, to me, realized that this is a sign from God. It was so clear that this is exactly what I was looking for. This is exactly what I was trying to accomplish. So what I did realize then is the true purpose of fasting is not just focus on the not eating. The true purpose of Ramadan is to draw people closer to God. You know, my friends are always asking me at work, like, how do you do it? You know, like, how do you go through the whole day without eating? Oh, but you can drink water, right? Oh, you can't drink water? Oh, that's crazy. I could never do that, right? And then, you know, we're all looking to increase our relationship with God, you know, to become more steadfast, you know, improve our lives both physically and spiritually. And to think with modern technology and work and family and other things that make our life busy, how can we incorporate 30 days of fasting into all of this? But now that I reflect back, the month of fasting is something I looked forward to because of the blessings that came from it both spiritually and physically. The month of fasting is like a training for the next 11 months of the year to incorporate these values and teachings of Islam into our daily fast-paced lives. It's a daily reminder to build that trust and build these habits of continuously developing that relationship with God. Now I live in this beautiful city that I absolutely love. I'm very, very thankful for the relationships that I have developed. Although it's extremely tough for me because both my parents and my siblings live in the East Coast, but I found that as a result of the month of Ramadan, I've met so many people coming to the mosque that I've established a new family here, and that makes me really comfortable. And I want to thank you all for letting me share this story with you.